You are not an accident. You are here entirely on purpose. Hi, my name is John Ruman. If we have not met before, I'm an international business coach, consultant, and corporate trainer. And statistically, you being here on this amazing planet is a 1 in 400 trillion chance. Let me say that again. You being alive today, being you, is a 1 in 400 trillion chance. Do you understand the magnitude of that? You are more likely to be... So the chance of you being struck by lightning, by the order of the chance of being struck by lightning, 1 out of however many million, and then that happening, another order of magnitude, 1 out of however many million, is what is the chance of you actually being you? In other words, you are statistically impossible, meaning you are not an accident. You are such a amazingly, poignantly focused piece of the divine choosing to express itself, to allow your gifts to be shown to the world. And if you ever at any moment believe that you have no value, that you are not sure why you're here and why life is happening to you, and it seems that the bad stuff is happening, first of all, understand you are where you are because you are meant to learn the lesson of where you are. If you can overcome what you are doing and learn the lesson, it will not repeat itself. But until then, you'll be stuck in a continual cycle of different people, different places, and literally life seeming to be on Groundhog's Day in repetition. And this background that I have for this is not by accident. It is akin to that of The Matrix, which was and is probably one of the most profound movies because it really shows us, one, the potentiality of our lives, and two, how we can impact the world around us. So I know to many people it's just a really cool tech movie and all that, but I truly think there's a lot more truth to it than falsehood. And I think a lot of the changes that we'll be having over the next 10 or so years will actually open our eyes to many aspects of that movie actually being real. The blessing in the end is that we are not victims of our life, but have the ability to overcome those even seemingly insurmountable, seemingly impossible obstacles to live and achieve things that even a previous generation or even 20 years ago seemed impossible. Even things that we take for granted now. If you think of flight, so flight as we know it was found and successfully achieved by humans by the Wright brothers. I'm sure you're well aware of that. We're about a century or just over a century over that happening, which means that 2 generations ago, comfortably, people thought flight was impossible. They said, well, sure, birds can do it. People can't fly. These things don't fly. And they knew darn well that you can put something really heavy. We just didn't have the physiology to sustain flight ourselves. So they're like, it ain't happening. So when these brothers did this, and they did it with virtually no budget, there's actually at the same time, because it was the hot thing at this time, because they had proven scientifically how the air pressure would help it rise and all that kind of stuff. So they knew it was possible. It was a race to figure it out. And there was actually another group who was fighting to do the same thing, very well funded, with materials, brilliant scientists, etc. And the persevering Wright brothers, with virtually very, very little budget, did it in the Carolinas. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, point being, when you begin to understand that you are not a victim, but that you're here to create change and provide value, I want you to know that everything that you have and everything you've done is allowing you for the next step. And if you kind of view it as like you're living a video game, taking that aspect of the Matrix again, that this is a virtual reality, for lack of a better term, and you're in this video game and you're playing the game called life, that every challenge you overcome, next time it happens, it's like a whatever compared to what it was the first time. Would you agree? So because you are able to handle bigger and bigger challenges as time goes on, it enables you to basically be constantly being upgraded, in that you can handle bigger challenges, become a bigger and better person. You can truly give more and more value as you grow, and your experiences allow you to better understand how to better overcome these challenges. So when someone has a question, you're like, yeah, I've done that 20 times. Trust me, I can do and show you how to go overcome that. And now your value is tremendous. And not that every time someone has the same situation, every method will be easier to replicate. But the great Tony Robbins says that, in his opinion, the number one way to get to where high level people are is to emulate, and to find out what they do and emulate it the best you can, so that you don't have to go through the pains that they went through. So take your stitches and your scars and wear them like battle armor, because you're constantly being upgraded. You're constantly being improved, brought to a higher level, and given the opportunity to help the world in greater ways. So again, you are not a victim. You are not an accident. You are a gift, a total blessing. And I and many others appreciate you exactly how you are. And the unique things that make you you are a blessing. So don't be shy about who you are, because we need you, authentic you. We need more authentic people than false people. So let that out. And I'll be here to support you. Many others will be here to support you. And I look forward to seeing you shine.